Hello students. So now today we are with the last poem, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, because fifth poem is for now deleted this year. So that way it becomes the last poem, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers by Adrienne Rich, American poet. And we can say in her work, she has explored the issues of identity, sexuality, and social justice. Her, we can say, career spanned 7 decades, long period, and her work in 60s, 1960s and 70s, we can say, became very radical. This present poem, it was written in 1951, and in 1951, or we can say in that period, divorce was, even in the West, divorce was not taken in very positive way. It was rather frowned upon. People were never, very happy with this term divorce, even in Western countries. So at that time, sometime women felt that the society is masculine. So in this poem also, gender struggle is shown. This lady, Aunt Jennifer, she's part of patriarchal society. She's part of that society which is masculine society, means where the powers are in the hands of males only. And here in this poem, Aunt Jennifer's Tiger, we can say that here this lady, Aunt Jennifer, who is part of that masculine society, who is part of that society which is dominated by males only. And this lady, she after marriage has lost her freedom. This is what she feels, that she has lost her freedom and she wants to come out of the web of that marriage, but it is not possible because at that time the society was not that liberal to give rights to the women. Here this lady wants to live a life of freedom where she should have freedom of speech and she can show her desires, she can talk about her own feelings, which is not possible. And we can say in this poem, this lady is actually living her desires through the panel, through the design, through the tigers which she is making. Okay, this design actually, it's not only a design. Symbolically, this design should be taken because this is actually the desires of the lady to live a life of a tiger, means where she is free, she is not afraid, she has his own identity and she can do whatever she wants to do. This kind of life she's missing, and that's why she is trying to live this desire through this design, through the tigers. In a way, we can say this design is actually a means of escape for her from the reality. The reality is very suppressive life. She feels that yes, she's having a kind of burden on her heart. And through this design, this is a kind of escape for her for some time, at least from this kind of life. So we can say this is a creative outlet. Okay, you can use this word, that this poem is kind of creative outlet where she's getting a passage, okay, to show her feelings. So let's start with the poem. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers prance across a screen. Now she's making a design. Screen, here we can see that panel where she's making the design. She's maybe weaving, okay, with the wool, that design. And what she has shown, she is showing the tigers in the design. And then tigers also, she has chosen deliberately that particular pose of the tiger, that is prancing. Prancing is as if jumping to catch the prey. Okay, prancing. Actually, prancing, we can say dictionary meaning is, we can say exaggerated steps, when you walk with exaggerated steps. Here, exaggerated steps means, exaggerations means jumping, means he's walking maybe very fast, trying to catch the prey. This is exaggerations over here. Okay, so this way we can say prancing across a screen. This pose is chosen deliberately. This lady doesn't want to show that the tiger is sleeping. No. Tiger is rather maybe walking to catch, walking very fast, or maybe jumping to catch the prey. Then, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. Now the color choice. She has deliberately chosen very bright shade of topaz. Topaz here means yellowish. So she has deliberately chosen very bright shade of yellow color. And she has shown that these tigers are denizens, means residents. That these tigers are residents of world of green, means very green jungle. Naturally, tigers, they live in jungle only, but she has chosen to make this jungle as green jungle, because greenery is actually sign of fertility also. Again, it should be taken symbolically. Okay, so greenery means fertility. She wants that kind of fertile life which she is missing. So maybe through this design, she's having that feel of fertility. So that's why she has shown the jungle, not dry jungle, rather very green jungle she has shown. And very beautiful shade, very bright shade of yellow she has chosen to make tigers. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. Then on one side she has shown a big tree, green tree, and she has shown few men standing under the tree. These men, maybe she has tried to show these men are hunters. Actually, this kind of life she feels she's living, that she's always afraid of her husband, and her husband is always there to show that strength, that male strength in him. Okay, so here maybe these hunters who are shown very strong, okay, who are having weapons, or who are shown to have that skill and kill of killing the tigers even. Okay, so these men are standing under the tree. Hunters, brave hunters are standing, but the tiger is still not afraid of these hunters. Though she herself is very afraid of her husband, but her desire is that one day she should not be afraid. That day should come when she is out of that fear. Maybe it is not possible in her own lifetime, but she is showing this thing in that design, that the tigers are not afraid of the hunters or the people standing under the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. They pace. Pace here means walk, very elegant walk. Okay. They pace means, if these tigers are walking, means she has shown the tigers in such a way that you can imagine very well that when these tigers would walk, maybe in the walk also they would show a kind of, we can say, gravity, okay, gentleness. That's why the word pace is used. Okay, very gentle walk. They would be walking, they would be showing this. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. Sleek, actually, as compared to lions, tigers are sleek, because lions are hefty animals. But though the tigers are equally brave, but the tigers are shown very sleek. Okay, very thin, we can say, having very thin body, but they are very quick, very fast, very brave. That's why chivalric word is used. Normally in olden times, in olden English, English, chivalric word, we used to have for brave warriors, okay, in the war. Knights, Knight, Yoda, okay. So here she has used this word, she imagines this word for the tigers, that tigers are also very brave like any warrior, okay. And then certainty. Certain here means that they are very confident. Whatever step they would take, they would be very confident for their own steps. Okay, that way, certainty. So these tigers she has shown in the panel, who are very brave. They are not having hefty body, and they are full of determination whenever they are to attack. Okay, if they make up their mind for attacking, so they will do it. There is a kind of certainty in their personality. Okay, means they are certain, they are confident in whatever they do, because actually she herself is never confident. She has no confidence. She has lost all the confidence after marriage, because now she's part of male dominating society. So that's why maybe now she's always, we can say, very much afraid of each and everything. What she wants to say, what she wants to do, she's afraid of each and everything. But on the other hand, these tigers, they are just opposite. They have the confidence. Okay, so I think in this video, this much is enough. You read this para, because this is very important poem. Okay, so I want that you should not be very fast in learning this poem. I think this much for today. Thank you.